Good morning, students. Today, we are going to look at different types of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. In the last video, we talked about nutrition, which are divided into two, as autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. So today, we are going to look at Holozoic nutrition, Saprophytic nutrition, and Symbiotic nutrition. Okay? Holozoic nutrition here is the type of nutrition which the living organism possess well-developed skeletal, muscular, and nervous system which enable them to search for their food. Okay? And this food is obtained as a solid organic materials, eaten and digested. Okay? So the organism so most times possesses teeth, most of them, not all, okay, possesses teeth with which they use to break down the food solid particles into smaller units before chemical digestion takes place. Okay, now the holozoic animal here on the board are categorized into three different groups. Okay, the first one here is herbivores. Herbivores are those that feed on plant materials. Examples include sheep, cow, goats, and horse. Okay, the next on the board is carnivores. Carnivores are those that feed on flesh and bones. Okay, and these carnivores are categorized into two. Some of them hunt on small living organisms as their prey. Okay, the carnivores include leopard and lion. Okay, then those that hunt other living organisms are categorized as predator. Those carnivores like leopard and lion I mentioned before that feed on smaller living organisms are regarded as predator. Okay, so that means predators feed on prey because, just like I said before, the smaller or weaker organisms these carnivores feed on are regarded as prey, while the organisms that hunt on the prey are regarded as predators. Okay, then some carnivores feed on dead animals. Okay, these carnivores that feed on dead animals are regarded as scavengers. Okay, examples on the board are vulture, wolves, bears, and hyenas. Okay, the last category of Holozoic here on the board is omnivores. Okay, omnivores are those that feed on plants and animals, and the example include man, squirrel, fox, birds, and mice. Okay, that's all on Holozoic. The next on the board is saprophytic nutrition. Okay, in this type of nutrition, non-green plants feed on dead and decaying matters. Okay, non-green plants that cannot undergo photosynthesis as a result of absence of chlorophyll and chloroplast. Okay, they now depend on dead and decaying matters for as nutrients. Then enzymes are secreted on the substrate to digest it, and the soluble products are absorbed. Okay, digestion takes place outside the body of the organisms, and that kind of digestion is known as extracellular digestion. Okay, because the enzymes are released to digest the substrate before absorption will now take place. Okay, then such organisms are called saprophytes. Okay, that is to say, saprophytes are those organisms that feed on dead and decaying matters. Okay, and most of the examples are fungi. Okay, like I discussed in the last video, fungi lack chloroplast and they also lack chlorophyll. Okay, and because of that reason, fungi cannot undergo photosynthesis. Okay, so they not depend on dead and decaying matters from where they obtain their nutrients. Okay, and the examples of the fungi here on the board, we have mucor, We have mushroom, penicillium, and yeast. Okay, that's all on saprophytic nutrition. Okay, the next, which is symbiotic nutrition, is going to be the last for today. Then, in this type of nutrition, two organisms are involved. Okay, it's more like feeding relationship. Okay, but the two organisms must be of different species. Okay, the different species of the two organisms here, they live together, and the two benefit from each other. Okay, examples is seen in association of fungi and algae. Okay, and the association of fungi and algae is known as leaching. Okay, how do the two benefit from each other? Fungi, as I discussed earlier, cannot undergo photosynthesis because of the absence of chloroplast. Okay, so they now provide moisture and mineral salts, which algae now utilize to undergo photosynthesis. Okay, so when algae photosynthesize, it provides food for itself and fungi. Okay, if you look at this type of nutrition here, the two organisms cannot survive without the other. Okay, then the next is hermit crab and sea animals. Okay, the sea animals attaching itself to the shell of the hermit crab. Okay, and the sea animals most times is immobile, as we know. So the hermit crab here carries the sea animals, move about, providing food for the sea animals. Okay, and the sea animals is capable of producing a rose-like structure that protects the hermit crab. Okay, so this guy provides food, okay, and move about with the sea animals. Then the sea animal provides shell protection for the hermit crab. Okay, the next is herbivores and cellulose digesting bacteria. Okay, most herbivores like goats, okay, cannot digest cellulose because they lack enzymes which digest cellulose, and the enzymes is known as cellulase. Okay, and that is also one of the reasons why man cannot digest cellulose. Okay, and this is kind of exam questions. Man don't digest cellulose because we can't produce enzymes that digest cellulose, and the enzymes is what? Cellulase. Okay, so herbivore here cannot produce cellulase. Cellulase is the enzyme that acts on cellulose. Is that okay? The enzyme that acts on cellulose is cellulase. So the herbivores here cannot produce cellulase. Okay, now when they are not feed on grasses, there are some of the bacteria that live inside their stomach. So the bacteria in the stomach, they feed on those cellulose in the stomach of the herbivores. Okay, and when they are not feeding on those grasses inside the stomach to act on the cellulose, they are now producing cellulase. Okay, the cellulase will now digest the cellulose inside the stomach of the herbivore. Okay, now herbivore here, dey feed on grasses to provide food for itself and for the bacteria. Okay, remember the food at that point is not useful for this guy until the cellulase here, the bacteria act on this and convert it to a kind of smaller unit for absorption, and that's when the cellulose becomes nutritious to the herbivore. Okay, so this is all we have for now. Thank you and God bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.